Hey everybody out there in YouTube land, it is Biker Trash here for the second time in I think only 24 hours. So, what we're doing today is another one from the backlog of requests. So right here, we have Energon Jetfire, so let's get into the review. Alright, to those of y'all that watched my MechaCon video, this is the one that Scott McNeil signed, but I just wanted to show that off for a second. I will not be opening this. I've got my open Jetfire I'm going to be reviewing. Now some of the newer collectors might not be familiar with Energon packaging, so I just figured I'd show that off. It has some pretty decent artwork on them. I like that. I'm not sure if these came with trading cards or not. I don't know, I think it may have. I can't quite remember clearly, though. Again, I'm not opening it up to find out. So anyway, here is Energon Jetfire. And I gotta confess, I am missing his missile. I don't know where it went, and I've been trying to figure out why it wouldn't sit level, but the front landing gear weren't out. So, there you go. Neat looking figure, very bulky. I think it's meant to look more like the shuttle with the boosters and everything, like it'd be on the launching pad. Unlike the Armada, which was just the shuttle. But anyway, it doesn't separate. Well, it does, but it doesn't look good when it separates. It looks like that right there, so if these right here would stay with the shuttle, it would make a passable shuttle on its own, but since it doesn't, it just ends up looking goofy. To transform this guy, also there's a button on top of here that if I would have the missiles, you hit that button and it would launch the missile. Really good looking figure. Let me just get... This is the Classics Jetfire. I don't have the Armada Jetfire to compare it with, but as you can see right here, let me change the angles. I don't like this. Alright, so here are the Classics Jetfire and the Armada Jetfire. Really, if you look down on them from straight above, they have about the same size footprint, but because this one sits higher, it does look quite a bit bigger than the Classics figure. Really though, I've never had them next to each other in robot mode. I haven't transformed this guy in about 2 years until I did my practice transformation on him. But let's get him out of the way and start transforming this puppy. Just gonna start on the bottom with this guy. You're gonna kind of wiggle the front of the booster looking deals till they come off, come underneath, flip these thrusters into these divots, and you can also take and flip the front landing gear into where it collapses right there. Let's see here. One other thing I meant to show y'all is in the robot mode and in the shuttle mode, these grabby claws open up, and let's say you're flying over something and it hits that button, and assuming both of them capture, he's got a capture claw. Not a very strong one, but it's there, and I felt I needed to comment on it. So anyway, back to the transformation. What you're going to do is just flip these out, turn these to where these are facing down. If this was, you know, right side up right now, but then you're going to take these, fold that down, and this is one of my favorite parts of the transformation. Right here, this is going to fold up into itself and just peg like that to where it just shortens it up quite a bit. And that comes into play again whenever you go to power link this guy. So now you've got the lower body is completely done at this point. I have to move my camera again. So now that you got him here, the next thing you're going to do, disconnect his gun. Reach right here and flip down his head in the back. Separate this right here. Pull this up to where it's like this. And this section rotates to the front and pegs into the side of the chest like that. Same thing on the other side. Rotate this around. Drop the arm down. And then these fins right here will flip down underneath like that. Then his little nose cone from the shuttle folds up. And except for flipping out his hands, you are done. This guy is one chunky dude. Really, probably one of my least favorite Jetfires, just because to me Jetfire was always, at least looked quick. This guy just looks like a brute compared to most Jetfires. Let me go ahead and transform the Classics Jetfire real quick. So yeah, you get the Classics Jetfire standing next to this guy, and even with all his battle armor attached and the guns deployed, he still looks dainty next to this guy. So normally I like bulk, but not on Jetfire. You know, kind of a double standard there, but I'm Josh, I'm full of them. Oh, I forgot to give him his gun. So anyway, that is Energon Jetfire in a nutshell. Really, like I said, probably I said earlier, my least favorite Jetfire. The guy's just too big, and he suffers from what almost all the Autobots did, in the fact that he had to make an upper body, a lower body, a robot, and a jet. So, anyway, it's not entirely the fault of the figure. It's just a compromised concept during that line. So isn't that a shame? Back in 2004, I think, is when they made these. And they could give a robot 4 modes, but they can't give the new Constructicons for the 2009 movie 3 modes. Anyway, let me get this guy out the way. I got another video coming up.